Hello friends, we are covering the LARA Promenade in Port of Spain, Trinidad, an island in the Caribbean. So right now we are on the Independence Square Road. It's a road that has a northern and a southern side, and it sort of goes around the promenade. And we're gonna head to the promenade. It's a Saturday morning, so you're not going to see a lot of people on this side, which is the commercial business side of Port of Spain. And when I say commercial business, I'm really referring to like banking and stuff. This side of Port of Spain covers that: central bank, treasury, whatnot, taxes. So there aren't many people around. We will get to the other side of the promenade, which is small traders, merchants, people on the street. Now that guy is not a statue. He is unfortunately homeless. There's a lot of homelessness in the Port of Spain area. You see a lot of people around. It's really unfortunate. I've spoken about that in my other videos. Those big twin towers was designed by Anthony C. Lewis and Associates. I knew Anthony C. Lewis as a child. Had some good fond memories of him. Good guy. And he showed me how he designed and he came up with the structure. That building actually can take a lot of earthquake, a lot of rumble. The diamond shaped metal that crisscrosses on the columns of that financial complex, they actually move. So we're on the promenade. And sometimes the promenade is used for art displays, as you can see here on the left and the right. Today they're catering for children, but I'm not really going to stop to pick that up too much. That building is the Unit Trust building. It's sort of a government bank for shares. I don't invest there, but from what I heard, the return is not that grand a deal. I guess it works for some people. Never interested me. If you invested in units, feel free to talk about it in the comment section of my YouTube channel. Now, Port of Spain is the capital of Trinidad, and this, what they call the waterfront, is where we're going to. The sea is not very far from where we are, and a lot of these are the financial institutions, ministries, and so on, car parks. So that's the waterfront straight ahead. Maybe 300, 400 feet, you would actually encounter the ocean and the port. That statue right in front of us is the LARA statue. And these things, you know, like the writing there, should be well maintained, use better materials, but it's faded now, so you can't really read anything. But LARA is a great cricketer, held some world records. He's retired from it now. It's a monument to him. This stair rail, wheelchair rail, leveling up, that takes you across the road. Has some elevators in there. It's one of the few places, well, looks like the elevator is not working, but anyway, it's one of the few places that they have security, I guess, to prevent people from loitering on it. That's the Hyatt building. The ministry uses, so the government uses some of it, and the other is purely a hotel. That place across there, that's the food court. So now we're facing east, and we're gonna go right across the promenade. Like I said, it's a Saturday morning, so there aren't many people around. one or two. But as we get closer to the east side of Port of Spain, you're going to see a lot of people. The noise in the background is somebody playing their music, the radio. Trinis have a love for loud music. This promenade has been closed for a long time because of the pandemic, COVID-19. They cordoned it off, so nobody was really allowed to go into it. They took it off only recently, and so only recently I had a chance to walk up and down it. And it's a really nice place. It's one of the few places that's well maintained. Now, some brief history. When I was a kid, this area with the promenade was just shacks. And I'll get back to you. I just wanted to tell you that this is the TSTT, or the telecommunications building. It used to be. They used to sell telegraphs there. It used to look a little different. They sort of spruced it up. Anyway, so this promenade in the middle here used to have shacks where people would repair shoes, sell snacks, different things, and maxi taxis also used to park in the middle here to transport people. And then some years ago, they removed them all and built this promenade. And that's a good thing, because it wasn't a good sight to see all those shacks and stuff in the center of what is supposed to be a vibrant city. And just think, when they first built this promenade, all these trees weren't here, so they put all these trees, they planted them, so that can tell you how long ago that was. Funny enough, when that first happened, people complained because now they had to walk to City Gate, which is another part of Port of Spain, in order to get taxis. And they had to go further to Henry and Charlotte Street to buy stuff that they would otherwise get right on Independence Square. But you know, progress sometimes means a little sacrifice. Just walk a block or two more. Plus, this is way better for the city. I mean, it's great for tourism as well. People come, they have this nice promenade to walk on. However, as you get closer to the east side of Port of Spain, it doesn't look as good. And you'll see why. So if you ever wanted to get a little time by yourself to think, to just sit down and relax, a Saturday morning here would be good. Even during the week, this part of Port of Spain is not too bad for taking a rest. There aren't as many people around. And you can hear all the birds. Again, like most of my videos of this country, it's just so lovely to hear all the birds. That blue building in the background is a commercial building, a private building. Other than the use of downstairs, which has a few shops, I don't know how much of the actual building is actually is used. That Republic Bank on the left, they recently said that they were going to close it down, so soon that will no longer be there. The buildings on the left, you can see how they maintain that old colonial style. I mean, they have modern shops and whatnot below, but you can see it's quite you know, that old look. Now that building on the left used to be I think called China Clipper. A Chinese restaurant used to be upstairs there, and I remember as a kid we would go up there to look at Carnival. Now I don't know what they use upstairs for. Downstairs I believe is a pharmacy and a souvenir place. That's a bank. That other building on the left there is also a bank. The banks take up quite a lot of property in Port of Spain, be it government or private banks. So as we approach the center of Port of Spain, which is Independence Square, you can start to see more people. This roundabout is the center of Independence Square, center of the city, and here pretty much is active 24/7. There's always something going on, somebody walking, somebody doing something, even though it of course gets quiet during the early morning period. There's still people around, and I would know that because of when I used to work very late hours, I'd still see people here. This statue in the middle represents the center, and this is Captain Cipriani, sportsman, soldier, statesman, patriot. And I'm going to pan around the area so you get a full view. That's Frederick Street ahead, probably the most popular street in Port of Spain. And that's Broadway below, leading to the lighthouse. So we're going to continue east again. The person is saying Dago 1, which means he's going to Dago Martin, which is a place west of Port of Spain, and he needs one passenger. So that's what Dago 1 means. The Wow is a food place. You have Mario's, that's the local junk food. They sell pizzas and different things like that. The buildings to the left and right are supposed to be restrooms. And you could start to see people just, hanging around, basically. And you can see that the east side of Port of Spain has that more of that rough look. It's not as kept as the west side. Nevertheless, still maintained, though. Even the pigeons like to lime here a bit. But of course, you will start to see trash on the floor and whatnot. People just don't take time to put it away. And on the east side of Port of Spain is a little more commercial. It's for small traders. So you'll see a lot of people on the streets and stuff. I have other walkthroughs of Port of Spain where I go through all those streets, both driving and walking. If you haven't seen it, make sure to look for it on my channel, YouTube channel, JB's Man Cave. So make sure to subscribe and be a part of this grand community. This is Charlotte Street, now Chinatown. You can see the Chinese lions and entrance there. I'll show that a little later. I have other videos on that too. That's Express House, where they have one of the local channels called TV6 and the Express newspaper. Ahead is the cathedral. Now, essentially, there isn't a way to go from here through the church and to the other side of the promenade, which continues in the back of the church. I do have other videos for that, but I'm not gonna do that because really you would have to go around onto the street, onto the pavement, and to get to the other side. The other side does not have anything eye appealing except maybe for a couple of trees and whatnot. There's lots of vagrancy on this side, and a lot of people use the promenade on the other side to sleep and gather and whatnot. But I have videos on that, but I will catch it at a higher resolution sometime later. One thing about JB's Man Cave is when I go to an area, I do it in different formats. So one would be with a long extension rod where I tower over everybody. One would be another resolution. The other would be in 360 and different areas of the same place and different angles. So you get a feeling like if you are there. And that's the whole idea about it. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Please do make sure to subscribe, like and share with your friends. Please let them know about JB's Man Cave. We need to get these subscribers up to at least 10,000, which is the goal that I have for this channel. And this is Chinatown. Just giving you a brief shot there. Thanks so much for watching.